Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back. So today's video we're going to do some level 1 upgrades to my Apton system. I recently got this and it's give you a bit of an idea of the specs of the burner I picked up. It's 48 by 24 by 8 by 6 by 12 by 32. Minimum RAM 128 meg is additional features. 2 meg buffer, CDR/CDRW. And of course it does burn DVDs as well, plus or minus R and RW as well. And I got this off of Amazon for $37, so not too bad. And while I was at it, I spent another $20 on some cool LED fans. Now I do have to get more fans because right now I only had a certain budget, but I want to definitely fill this case up with cooling. Keep things colder the better. Eventually I'm going to upgrade the power supply. It's a 500 watt I believe right now, or 550. That's going to have to definitely get upgraded, as well as of course more RAM, and well, we just do things as we go, right? So anyways, let's get started. Now if you have one of these systems, because I know a few people actually from my video bought these, and they're going to want to do some upgrades. There's some twist ties here, or zip ties. You're going to have to cut and get out of the way, because you also have a cable coming off from the top of your USB ports that's going to be in the way of the burner. So we've got to make the allowance for space for that so that we can get the burner in there. And that means undoing a whole mess of cabling. So you want to be careful doing this so you don't cut any of your cables. And then of course we're going to have to redo some of this mess again later, so get that out of the way. Now we've got some freedom. Okay, so I'm going to pull this little bracket off. Now this ROM does not come with any mounting screws, just so that you're aware. And that looks like it's going to, yeah, that'll go in there good. So I just want to do a test fit here of the burner first and make sure this will just slide right over. Oh yeah, that'll go. So we can actually install the burner first. Okay, so is this going to actually be useful for anything? Probably not, eh? No, that's going to, I don't know what this is for. It's not going to hold a CD-ROM in place. Anyways, so let's get the screws out. Now, I used to build computers for a living at one time, so I've got a lot of extra screws kicking around, which is handy considering this thing didn't come with any. But you will probably want to get some of these small screws. They're the same screws used for retaining your video card in and other peripherals that you might put into your computer. I think we're going to go with bottom screws. Now I'm not going to tighten these up all the way because I want to shift this thing into perfect flush place afterwards. Now, a lot of PCs, well, pretty much all of them nowadays, no longer come with CD-ROMs or CD burners, because everybody's trying to get out of this stuff, but unfortunately some of us still need these things. I've got a lot of programs on CDs, and I don't mind making backups of some stuff on CD either. But some of my video games are still on CD, and I kind of want to play them. You can get external burners that are USB, but it depends on how many ports you have that you're in use with, and those burners usually take up 1 to 2 power ports for USB. So, go internal. Everything's still there to do it, so no big deal. Alright, so as far as fans go, I decided I wanted LED fans, and I decided to go with blue because, well, I like blue. But these are definitely pretty cool for the money. I've checked out a lot of reviews on fans before even thinking about getting these, and these ones seem to come up with some pretty good reviews, so we'll figure we'll give them a shot and see how they go. And for the price for 3 of them, you can't really knock it. Now these are 120 millimeter, but the complete span here is about 140 from screw hole to screw hole. So if you're looking at size of fan, well, yeah, so that's what they say anyways, but that's going across this way. You also can measure this way as well. But either way, these are 120 mil fans apparently, and they do actually fit proper. And so we'll figure we'll put this one here like this. Now I want to make sure I get the fan direction for the flow the right way, because sometimes things get built backwards, kind of like video cards. My only one complaint actually about this computer is actually the video card it's backwards, but a lot of video cards I've been seeing, they sit down below like this as it is. Problem is the video card is actually covering my little PCI Express port. I have no access to it, so that kind of really sucks. But which is another reason why I went with an NVMe drive in here, because I was going to do a card-based one, but it supports it in here, so I'll put it in there. And then I thought, well, I could go Wi-Fi for wireless adapter card. Nope, video card's built backwards, so can't do that. So I went with a USB 3.0 system, and it actually works great. So you are going to need a Phillips screwdriver to mount the fans with. Now there's lots of places to mount fans. You get to go 2 up front, 2 on the top, and of course there is already one at the back here, right? And of course your power supply has its own fan. But even this back one is going to get changed to an LED fan eventually, because I want to light it all up. And my last stage of upgrades for this computer is actually going to be taking it all in little bits and pieces and ditching this case and going to one of those tempered glass type cases. I had a PC years ago that I built, and the entire case was all plexiglass, and it had like gold colored fasteners and all that. It was a really cool looking computer. I really liked that thing. It was nice. So we need some power here. Now there's 2 plugs on here. Mainboard plug, which my board only has one mainboard plug for a fan, so it's this one in the back. But they also have this plug, so when you're ordering the plugs, make sure that it has in the write-up about the 2 of them being there, because you may need just one, you could use just 2. Now you can also interlink these 2 apparently as well, and like daisy chain off the back, which saves you on plugs for other things. So it depends on how your setup's going to end up being, which way you go with it. However, we're going to start with this plug, because this is our... Oh no, you can't daisy chain. Okay, I thought you could daisy chain them. So, nope. Oh wait, maybe. Yes. Yes we can. Of course we can. Oh yeah, we can daisy chain, definitely. So we can just use one power cable and just daisy chain them all together off one if we want to. Alright, I was correct. Had me going there for a little second there. Alright, so let's just turn the power on here. These look pretty cool. So we're definitely got airflow going out this way. Now, that's going to draw the heat out, which is kind of what we want, but... Okay, so that fan doesn't push a whole lot out. These actually push a lot out. So that's going to be exhausting that way. Pull out this way, pull heat, or push cool air in. So I think I'm going to go for pushing the cool air in, and we're going to keep the flow going this way. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Because that I think is going to look better. Let's kind of take a look here. Yeah, that actually, I think we'll do it this way. They're going to look better this way anyhow. So we draw the heat, draw the air in to cool, so, and that'll look cool. Alright, that's how we're going to do it. Now we know what we're doing. Let's turn this off. Unplug that. Alright, so now, with these things, you don't need to go super tight with them, with the screws, because otherwise you can actually crack them out. Oh, we got it in backwards. I knew there was something there. Alright. There we go. My bad, it's been a long time since I've ever done this. Okay, so it's still got a little bit of play. That's what we want. A little bit of movement here, which is good because then we can kind of even things up the way we want it after. Alright, so I will pop one more in and then I'll go finish all the rest of this install stuff. And then we can continue on thereafter. So I want to point this one this way. That goes the opposite way. Keep the cables neat in there. So yeah, okay, right there. Now LEDs are actually kind of cool, but at the same time, the idea is to have functional cooling in your computer. I gotta tell you though, LED technology for fans has come a long way. The last time I actually had a PC all lit up, oh, I was trying to think how many years ago that was. I had that clear case. That would have been maybe 6-7 years ago? Longer than that? 8? Eh?
Like 15.
Ah, not that long ago. Serious? Been that long? Wow.
We were working at Apple Core and
My wife says it's been 15 years since the last time I did this. So, okay, well, she's got a mind like a steel trap, so I'll go with that. Now I'm really starting to feel old there. That's not nice. You're not supposed to make me feel old there, honey. She's just sitting there chuckling at me. Anyways, alright, so it's been a while. Because LEDs back then were like kind of chintzy in comparison to what we get nowadays for LEDs. So I went through a few case fans, actually, because the LEDs would wear out. But what we got today seems to be a lot more durable LED technology, so that's a good thing. Okay, that's nice and tight. A little bit more snug. Not want to over tighten these things. Alright, looks good. And just bottom this one out here. Alright, we're good there. Alright, so this one we're going to just kind of leave tied. Alright, so those are chained together. Let's take a look and see what that's going to do there. That looks pretty cool. That's just two of them so far. Alright, so now we want to put the face back on. Now that we're done with that. The black kind of dulls it down a bit, but that's okay. I like that. That looks pretty nice. So now, I can make my CD-ROM sit nice and even the way I want it. Right about like that. Nice and flush. I have to turn this off. So if you are putting in a burner, wait until after you get your front fans in. Originally I was just going to put the fans on the top and then replace the back one for my first round, but then I got to thinking I need a little bit more cooling for the video card, and I could use some cooling against my hard drives, and besides it'll be less stuff I got to take apart on the next round. So, and I will have one already here, and then I'll have one here that I'll be putting in next, and then replacing the back fan. Then it'll give me one spare fan actually in the end. Yeah, I'm out of places to mount. So I'm going to go tidy up all these wires, and I'm also going to connect in our last fan. But before I do that, I am kind of curious as to whether or not we're going to have to reroute some cabling here. I'm not sure if we actually have the room to fit this other fan of the CD, because I may not be getting another set of fans. Oh, we got just enough room there, but I got to get the cables out of the way. Okay, so I'm going to have to pull the ROM back out, get those wires dropped down in below, and then we can put our last fan in. So our CD-ROM will actually get some cooling out of this deal. And away we go. Okay, so I'll be back instant for you guys. Alright guys, we are all back together and running, and my video card, even with the fan at the current speed of 2075, 2076, never runs at 27 degrees, ever. Usually it's running, 32, 36 degrees, even with the fan constantly running at 50% on the video card. So that's actually an additional improvement, more cooling for the video. And we're going to see what the little difference is in a minute. So we've got our two front fans here. We've got our top fan. Now there is room for another top fan. However, it can't go in. And I actually was going to put this one right here, so it'd be simpler just to put the last ones in. But because there's a little chassis, a little L bracket basically, for the CD burner, you have to remove that bracket out of the way and take it out of the case in order to fit another fan up top. So I guess if you're going to run a liquid cooled system or even just 2 fans period up top, you can't have a CD-ROM in here. Like, even though there's enough space as far as height goes to still have the CD, what the problem is the width, because the framing for this L bracket sticks over too far, so you can't mount the fan in here, which is absolutely ridiculous. That's stupid. So they didn't think that out. Had they moved this set of grills over about even a ½ inch, that's all you would need, and you would be able to have your burner, which your fan would help cool the burner, because basically about half of your fan would be hitting the burner, the other half would be going down. But yeah, they definitely didn't think that through. So I'm definitely going to start getting on the hunt for cases, because I would rather have full top cooling. Well, every port I can fill with cooling, because the colder you can keep your computer, the better it's going to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this program just running in the background here, so when we quit the video game, we can just get right back into it and see where our temperature is sitting now that we got all this extra cooling. So the bottom one is definitely going to take care of my hard drives and keep them running colder. And then, of course, we got the top one, which is actually blowing straight across in toward the video card, but also part of this bottom fan is blowing in toward the video card too. This one's actually blowing down across the top of the CPU as well as straight down on the video card, and all that air being sucked inward is getting all pushed out the back. So I'll definitely be putting a new back fan in too, because the CFM out of these, I can't remember what it was, but it's definitely way higher than what that back factory fan can do. So I'm going to definitely put another cooling fan in the back that's going to be the same model as this. I'll just buy another pack of 3 and I'll have spare fans for something, but you know, who knows, maybe I'll just build something. Maybe the new case I get will actually make use of them. So let's fire up Farcry, because it's a game that generally kicks my fan right into overdrive right away too on the video card, and we'll see how that goes. I'll turn the fan down, or the speakers down, so we can hear if the fan comes on. Okay, so load checkpoint. So far not coming on. Usually it's on by now. Oh, come on. Get me out of here. Get me out. Oh, man. I'm stuck. Oh, I'm so dead. Oh, come on. Really? Ah! I got jammed on something. Get away from those guys. I don't think you're going to have enough bullets to kill them anyways. So far I don't hear the speed ramping up. My fan setting for the first ramp up, when the video card heats up, is actually set for the fan to go to 80%. And so far it's not even coming up. So this is good, actually. So far, so good. Where's that key I needed? So I would say, guys, so far this is actually really good. The extra cooling is doing great. Windows, by the way, had no problems with recognizing the CD-ROM. One thing I found on Amazon when I was looking for the ROMs was some of them didn't even say anything about Windows 10. Like they'd say up to Windows 8 or Vista XP, but this one actually did say Windows 10, so that was actually good. You can still get IDE CD-ROMs if you're looking for one for an older computer. This is serial ATA, so you are going to have to buy yourself a cable as well. Uh-oh, I hate these guys. So you're going to need a cable, and you're going to need mounting screws, of course. Unless your tower actually has a toolless chassis, well then you're okay, but mine actually had to use them. Oh. No. Ah, dead. Alright. So, let's check our temperature real quick here. That was long enough gameplay. 40 degrees tops. And it's going down really, really quick there. So, my next stage isn't set up to go until 49 degrees. If you look at my temperatures here, it'll hit 49 and then it'll kick in again. So, even just playing Farcry with these extra fans, that's actually helping the video card stay colder on top of it already running its own fan. Usually it runs its own fan anyways at this speed, because this is my preset speed. And it would still kick in to 80% while I'm playing the game and then kick off right away when I quit the game. I'm not even getting a kick in, so that's actually really impressive temperatures. So if you're wondering if running a lot of fans helps, definitely does. So that's what I got for you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next set of upgrades. I'm not sure exactly when I'll be able to order my other fans, but I'm going to be doing fans, and hopefully I can do the rest of my fans and my RAM next. I'm kind of hoping for that. I'm still going to go into a higher power supply down the road. See what I can find for what I want and make sure it's going to fit in this case until I get a case. And I'm going to go case shopping anyways, just to see what's out there and what kind of money I'm going to have to save for it. But definitely this case, I'm really ticked off that I can't use the fan up here unless I ditch my ROM. And I need that ROM, so, it's got to stay. So we'll just take her in stages and see what happens. But anyways, catch you on the next one. Ciao.